Greetings, YouTube. Once again, happy Wednesday. As promised in my first offer video, today I would make a second offer video because most of the community, you're not cavalier. So you might have wanted to take advantage of what, at least in the second tier, was one of the better Tier 5 basic Catalyst fragment bundles we have seen for free-to-play players, particularly those who hoard units with things like arena, crystals, and just in-game milestones in general. But the Epic Ascendant bundle is for everybody who is proven or higher. So the majority of you are checking this thing out. You are not checking out the other bundle. And so it is 850 units, and you get one of the following from each Epic Ascendant crystal. You get a chance at Tier 5 Basics, which are 4,500 fragments minimum. Tier 2 Alphas, half of one minimum. Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fully Formed, which of course would be 36,000 fragments. Tier 4 Basic, which you get 2 per Tier 4 Class Catalyst or Tier 4 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals. Now, I like the concept of these. I wish that they took out some of the trash. Similar to how the 5-star featured crystal for $100 that was at least double what they should have been charging a couple days ago in the game had some really great champions in both those crystals. People like Ghost, Omega Red, Blade, Stark Spidey, Domino, Hyperion, etc. The best champions in the game. But they also had so much trash where you spend $100 to get a Falcon, for example. In this case, if it's truly epic, if this is the definition of the word for the crystal bundle, I think you got to make these things like a little bit like Alliance War crystals, where you just have Tier 5 Basics, Tier 2 Alphas, or maybe I can get behind fully formed Tier 4 Class Catalyst. But what they should do with those is the same thing they're doing with the Basics, and they should give you not one but 2 per class. Just imagine if you're thinking about going for this, and you know that you're 2 Tier 4 skill away from taking your blade to rank 5 as a 4-star. That's kind of a common issue I talk about with summoners behind the scenes. Well, you know that there's a very, very small chance that if you land on the Tier 4 Class Catalyst skill of this crystal, you could add not one but 2 of those to your inventory and take your rank 4 to rank 5 blade up. That would be awesome. But what sucks is when people spend 850 units and they get the Tier 4 Class Catalyst fragment crystals, because even though 50 crystals is not a small amount, it's still not going to help you that much with the Tier 4 Class Catalyst issue, and that is still a huge issue for so many summoners because I constantly get asked, Prof, how do you farm Tier 4 Class Catalyst? And I have to explain that the best way to do that in terms of farming really comes from challenging yourself to do better Alliance Quest maps such as Map 5 and eventually maybe even Map 6. But besides that, you get 50,000 gold. You get 3 Tier 1 Alphas, okay, and then 25 Tier 4 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals and a Tier 1 Basic. I don't think this bundle is bad. I don't think it is certainly as bad as we have seen from other bundles. In fact, 850 units, if you were to remind yourself of how much that costs, that is exactly $29.99. And so, if you were to get a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha from this, for example, or maybe you got really lucky with a Tier 5 Basic and you get I don't know, even 4,500 is not bad for $30 worth of units, particularly those of you who don't have to spend cash on the units. Now, let's just remind ourselves real quick in the red messages what this looks like, because I do think that I would probably give this deal at least a B+ if it was 500 units, but 850 units is about 350 units too much. I don't think this is a terrible deal. In fact, it's actually better than average, given that people can go for this who have completed just Act 3. Now, if you're uncollected, I don't think this is a very good deal. Chances are you're probably doing Maps 5 and maybe even Map 6 and Alliance Quest. But if you're just proven or a conqueror level, if you've done Act 3 and Act 4, if you're having a really hard time getting even Tier 4 Basics or Tier 1 Alphas, this is going to be a much better grade for you because of your limited resources with your limited roster. I think if you're uncollected, I'd probably give this a C to a C+. If you're a conqueror, I'd bump that up to a B-, maybe even a B. And if you're really just proven, I'd actually bump this up to a B+. I think that certainly by opening the chance to purchase this to people who have just completed Act 3, you're really giving a lot of summoners who maybe don't even have that many rank 4 or 4 stars the chance to progress faster but the closer you get to Cavalier, the worse the value is for you because you can get most of these items without spending units, and we know that those units are ever so important as we move closer and closer to Cyber Monday. So there you have it, YouTube. Really, it depends on your progression. What I'm trying to do on my channel is a better job of kind of give individual grades based off of progression tier, because that does determine a lot about what your needs are in the game. Just keep in mind that the more units you hoard between now and Cyber Monday, the better off your deals will be, and the better off you'll be without having to spend money on those deals and yet still cashing in some of the best offers, if not the best offers of the year. Have a great day, YouTube. Thanks for watching.